So to say now we should be beholden to them when they were complete obstructionists when we were trying to run for office is a little bit ridiculous, if you ask me.
Another Republican lawmaker speaking out after being called on the carpet for her voting record last legislative session. We touched on this earlier this month when we did our infighting GOP kind of stories that elected Republicans are pushing back on the Central Committee, censuring them or giving them a vote of no confidence. Eastern Idaho Representative Stephanie Mickelson is pushing back now and being beholden to the Bonneville County Republican Central Committee, as you just heard, when, as she told us today, they offered nothing but an opponent to her during the last primary season. Representative Mickelson, along with Representative Wendy Horman and Senator Kevin Cook, all from District 32, they were supposed to explain their votes this week on several bills at the State House last winter. This is based on the new party rule passed by the state Republican Party last summer, where central committees are allowed, or in fact encouraged, to reprimand lawmakers for not following the party platform closely enough. All three of them refused to participate, refused to be a subject to a party platform tribunal, as they called it, in front of a special investigation committee. So the Bonneville County Central Committee canceled the closed-door meeting they planned for Monday just right before we're supposed to start. Legislative District 32 Chair Doyle Beck sent out an email to all three lawmakers saying since all three have chosen not to participate, the hearing is going to be moved to next Tuesday. Not that changing the date will change the opinion of those at the center of these hearings. Representative Mickelson told us even the so-called charges against her were questionable.
They had 16 charges that they leveled at me, and they had on the bottoms of every one of them, they had the Idaho Freedom Foundation score on it.
This bill is a direct assault to those librarians.
Even sent me a thing saying that they were adding to my file, and it was a Stop Idaho Rhinos Twitter account that they were quoting in my charges against me.
That seems like there's a lot of kind of intermingling going on here.
A lot of intermingling, and what most people don't realize, especially with my central committee and my legislative district, Doyle Beck and Brian Smith serve on the Idaho Freedom Foundation, and they failed to disclose that in their quote unquote charges that I'm being charged with, that they sit on that board and therefore decide what they're going to score those bills. And then they're going to use the Idaho Freedom Foundation to judge me. I don't think so.
What do you think about this whole process?
I personally think that there's a lot of hubris there on their part to think that they know more than the voters, that their opinion counts more than our other voters, and it doesn't.
You obviously aren't the first to have this happen to you. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. It's happening all over the state with central committees. Where do you see this going then? I mean, is this the way that this is going to kind of go in the future with committees continuing to do this, or how's that going to happen?
Well, I think you have one of two options. It's either going to make it so people pay attention and start running for PCOs within communities, or the party itself will make itself irrelevant. When you have a party that's going to come and cleanse, half of the Republicans, well, guess what? Those Republicans are either going to go to be independents or they're going to go to be Democrats. And when you say, that you're not Republican enough, that's not increasing your base, that's diminishing your base. And that's what they'll have happen. I mean, why should any of us go spend our winters in Boise if they're going to ultimately just tell us exactly how we have to vote? And if we don't vote exactly the way they want us to vote, then they're going to go censor us. And then they claim they're going to take away the R, which they can't.
Okay, so it's been rescheduled for next week. Are you going to go?
No, absolutely not. The reason being is because I don't think that they have the authority to be able to do what they're doing, and by going and attending, it leads credibility to their process, which I think does not exist.
We got the same response from Representative Wendy Horman and Senator Kevin Cook. They both told us they're not going to show up. Senator Cook told us today his biggest concern was that this hearing is supposed to be a closed-door meeting, a sort of double secret probation kind of thing, and he wanted it to be an open meeting. We did reach out to Doyle Beck, the Legislative District 32 Chair. We've yet to hear back from him. We did hear back, though, from the Bonneville County Republican Central Committee, and we were told, we told them we were doing this story today, but we were told by them, that Chair Nick Contos has a full-time job, but he'll be back in touch soon, and that we should, quote, probably wait for accurate information, end quote, before putting it on TV. So I will share with you what I shared with them. The invitation is still open for tomorrow to get their take on this special investigation committee hearing and to let us know which information you just heard is inaccurate.